Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a fabulous week this week. So this week what's popping and dropping is we're kind of going to do a school thing pop up this week. It says you put color in my life, and then we open it up and we have this cute crayon box. Isn't that sweet? And if you want, you could put something on the front of your little crayon box, and in the back we have this, and remember the pencil sharpeners that come in it, and it says it would be pretty dull without you. And then of course on the back we have a place where we can write a message. We're going to have a total of 6 different cards that you can do or choose from. So why don't we go ahead and head over to Design Space, and I'm going to show you all the pieces that you will get in these cards. I'll see you there. Okay guys, now that we are in Design Space, here are all the basic pieces for the backpack pop-up card. And the backpack pop-up will have everything over here and an envelope, but it won't have your card. So these are all the basic pieces you'll get in this file. If you want to add anything, go ahead and add those. Don't forget to go up and name and save your project. Now let's go over here to the crayon pop-up box, and this file, this is what you'll get in it. Under the crayons is this piece that I like to put mine on. I will say on the backpack pop-up box, it is a little bit heavy, so I did double my center piece in the middle. On the crayon, this one, I didn't double up because it really wasn't that heavy using vinyl. So if you're going to use paper for this, you might want to double up the center uh, just to support it a little bit easier. So if you want to add anything to this crayon pop-up box, why don't you go ahead and do that. Don't forget to go up and name and save your project. So if you like, why don't we go ahead and get our pieces cut out, and then I'll meet you back at the craft table and we'll put this together. I'll see you there. Okay guys, why don't we get our card base out and our pretty paper, what we're going to use. We're going to start with the card one first, and this one is going to be the backpack pop-up card. So we can work our score line and then get our pretty paper put on. So why don't we go ahead and do that. Okay, now that we have that done, we can get our pieces out that go to our backpack. Alright, so I have my 3 main pieces of my backpack out, and I'm going to start with my middle piece because I need to put my pretty pieces on top of my what's going to go in my backpack. So I'm going to go ahead and work my 2 score lines on the side here on this piece. And now I'm just going to do my notebook. So I'm going to do front and back on mine. So this is not necessary. I just like how it looks with both sides decorated. So if you do both sides, make sure you're putting it on so it lines up correctly. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put my things on my notebook and then put this piece on top. So let's do that. On. And now I'm going to put my little colored pencils on here. Now this piece is the front of the backpack. So I'm going to put the little pieces that go on front of it. And this is the pocket, and mine just came apart. So I want to leave it so I can slip some stuff down in my little hole right here. So you wouldn't want to put glue all over the place on this. So if you note, so if you notice, I just put glue all over the top and then just around the edge on the bottom of my pocket. Now,
I'm going to slip my little pencils down in my pocket here. And you could put a kid's name on here or a little decoration up here. Just all kinds of different little things you could add to it. Now we just have our little zipper pulley thing that we can put on. I'm going to put that on now. We got that piece done. That's looking cute. Now let's do our back piece. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 score lines. So let's work all of those, and they will be mountain folds. And before we work this score line, I'm going to fold mine in half, and then we're just going to snip a little off of the edge here. And I'm also going to snip a little off the edge on that side too. So it'll look something like that. Now for our back, I'm going to put the straps on and the little hooks that go on it. So I'm going to do that real quick. When you're doing this middle piece, if you want your backpack to open with this in the front, you need to make sure your tabs are on the left hand side on these two little bottom ones here. So as you can see, I messed up. So what I did is I just cut another front piece, and I'm going to take these off the top, and I'm going to glue this on the front here or the inside so it doesn't look so tattered. And then I'm going to just reuse my straps on the back. So again, make sure your bottom tabs are on your left hand side when you're putting your stuff on the back of your backpack. So I'm going to fix this real quick. Alright, so we got that all fixed and it looks nice. So now what we can do is put tape or glue on these little tabs here, and it is going to go on this front piece. So it will line up right at that corner here. If you notice, there's a little like edge, and that will line up right there with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some tape down. Now I have my tape off, and I'm going to line it up with this side over here. So you can see how that edge right there should be lining up. And then we're just going to do the same thing to this side. Fold this over, and then we're going to fold this piece down like so. Okay? And then once you have that side on, we'll just move it back and forth to make sure it's laying nice and flat. And this turning out so cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some tape down on this too. Now you'll make sure you have whichever side you want to the front. On mine, I want the two lines where you can write on facing to me. That's going to be my front. And then we're just going to slide this in, and we are going to line it up with the edge down here. You don't want to go past this area. And then you're just going to stick it to your side on your backpack. And I'm going to try to center it the best I can. So that's what it's looking like with one side on. You can actually just lay it flat and give that a good rub. And then I take my little backpack and put my finger on it like so. And then I'm going to take my piece of paper off my tape. And then once I have it off, I'm just going to try to center it up with this side. And then once you have it on, you want to move it back and forth to make sure it's laying flat and giving it a good rub so it sticks to each side. Now to put it on is really easy. We're going to put these two together, our two little tabs. We don't want to be like this. We want to be like a sandwich. And then we're going to take this edge and line it up wherever you want it in your card base. You just want to make sure you're not going outside of your card. And then once you have it where you like it, I think I like mine right there, I'm going to bump that edge up into my score line. And then I'm going to put a little glue on my tab. And then we're going to fold the card shut. Then we can turn it over, fold the card down, put glue on this side, on just on that tab. Just like so. And then we're going to fold our card shut. Now we want to give it a second to set. So we're going to let this piece set, and then we're going to get out the other Crayon Box Pop Up one that we're going to do. And to put this together is really simple. It's not hard at all. You should have these 3 pieces, and this has 2 score lines, so we can work each score line on each of these. They all have tabs on the side. So let's go ahead and work those. Now it doesn't matter which one of these are your front. They're both the same size. So just choose whichever you want to be your front. And then we can go ahead and decorate our pieces that go on this. Okay, what I wanted to show you guys is I already have one of these crayons done. And this other one, this is not necessary to do. You could just take this brown crayon and then put this on top of the crayon like so. I like to add a little extra to it. So I made like the paper that usually goes around the crayon with a lighter shade. So it looks like there's a piece of paper. But on the front of the crayon pop-up box, I didn't do that. I just did the paper and then the little black stripes that go across it, and it looks just as cute. So this is totally up to you. I will say that putting these on does take a little bit more time to cut out. Now, what I've learned is if you take these and go ahead and glue each crayon on after you have them cut out, and then you put these on, they'll line up evenly on here. So that's what I'm going to do now, is go ahead and glue each of my crayons on this mock-up piece. Okay, so now we got our crayons done, and we can go ahead and put our piece together. This needs to be, we need to make sure it's on the back side, and this is on the front. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is go ahead and put some tape down on this. So we have our tape on, and we can go ahead and line those up like this. And we will tape or glue that together. And we're going to do the same thing with the other side. So why don't we go ahead and do that. And then we can fold this piece back, take and put glue or tape on this side, and then fold this one too. And then we want to lay it both ways and make sure it's laying nice and straight. And then this piece, it just goes right inside. I've already taken one of my pieces of tape off, and then you'll line it up. I use this inside edge of this piece over here to line it up against. So if you can see that edge right there? I take it and I bump it right up against it like so. And then do the same thing on the other side and give it a rub down. Now on the crowns, it's totally up to you if you want to put them in how far. I like this, the back one, sticking up just a little outside of the crayon box, as you see right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue on this and put it to the inside of my crayon box, and then I'm going to go decorate, and then I'll be back to show you the finished product. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so on our Crayola box, if you want to add the pop box to this to make it pop up when it comes out of the card, you can. You don't have to. It will fold up very nice and neat in your envelope, and then when they take it out, they will just set it on their desk, counter, wherever they would like to display it. But I wanted to show you how to add a pop box to it if you want to, and I'm going to demonstrate how to put one together in case you've never put one together before. We're also going to be needing our pale crepe gold rubber bands, size 12. They're 1 3/4 by 1/16 of an inch. And if you don't have these, you can use a smaller rubber band. Now, to fold this to make our box, we're going to start up here at our moon shape, and we're going to work that score line. It's going to be mountain fold, mountain. The next one with the 2 sets of holes in it is also a mountain. Then the next score line is a valley. That's our only valley score line. Then the next one with the 2 holes in it is also a mountain. And then the last one is also a mountain. And once we have this work, if we fold it up so our 2 sets of holes here are kissing each other, that will be our valley. And right in there, we're going to put glue. So let's go ahead and do that. And at this point, if you had others to make, I would go ahead and make those and let this set up and dry. Then once it's dry enough, we want to turn it over. So our moon shape here is on the left, and our tab is sticking up in the center. And we're going to take our rubber band and we're going to put it around our 2 holes here. So it's like so. Then because this rubber band is a little too big, we're going to take it, make an X, and go around it one more time so we're on the back side of it. So now our loop should be on the opposite side of our moon. Then once we have that done, we're going to take this edge and we're going to put it right there in that score line. And we can push that moon down, and we're going to take our rubber band and loop it through our moon. So you should have something that's looking like this. Then we're going to fold this back into place. We're going to put glue all around this area, and then we'll fold this piece up, and then we'll have our little pop box. So why don't we go ahead and do that? And once I have mine together like this, I like to put where we just glued down onto my table, and then I take something, you could use a pencil, and I give it a good rub down. And then I would let this one set and then go finish my other one up that I would have to make. So this one has just been completed. This one has been setting longer. So what we're going to do is find out how we want this to go in our little crayon box here. So where I lined this box up, that seems to work perfectly for this to fit in. So I just need to make sure it's folding down and I have my two circle in like this end, not this end with the rubber band, the opposite end. And I'm going to put glue on this side and this side. And I'm going to stick it right here in this back corner. So, and I'm not going to put it in so you can see all the way. So when I go, it'll be setting like this once it's glued. And then once we have it glued in, it's going to expand like so. And it'll make it pop up. So just how I have it, if you notice, we'll be able to lay it back down and then it'll pop up like that. Okay, so squeeze it down. We want this edge. We're going to put glue here and here. And then we're going to stick it in this corner. So there will be glue to this side and then glue on this side. So let's so if you look, boop, now it'll pop up. Now, if you want, you could just leave it just like with one. I just like to put two in because it really gives it some pop to it. So you're going to do the exact same thing in the other corner. So look at that pop. That is really popping there. And on this one, I put it in not against this wall. I put it against this middle section here and then this side wall over here. Okay. And it really has some pop to it. And here is the envelope that it will fit very nicely in, like so. I did make this envelope just a little bit smaller so you could use less paper. So you pull it out, boop, and it pops right up. Love it. And then we have You Put Color in My Life, and we open it up and it says it would be pretty dull without you. And we have our little Crayola box. And this a place on the back to write a message. And our envelope. And then we have Happy First Day of School. And it is our backpack pop-up card. Cute, cute. Or we could do a backpack pop up. It says good luck and have fun this school year. And it's inside the card. We have a little notebook, some colored pencils, and a ruler. And then on the back, we have a place where we can write a message. We also have a school bus pop up. It says this year's going to be bright. And then I did some stars and a notebook and pencils and a crayon in it. And then on the back, we have a place where we can write a message. And I just love how much these really pop up and go. And then our other choice we have this week, it says ABC, welcome back. I did a chalkboard and we open it up and we have a little mini school bus. It says have a great year. Isn't that cute? And then on this side, we just have the other side of the school bus. And then on the back, we have a place where we can write a message. So, all these wonderful choices we have this week that you can choose from. I hope y'all really enjoyed this little back to school series. Do you guys know what a snake's favorite subject is? History. Guys, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me. Don't forget to stop by next week to see what's popping and dropping. Bye.